The Parkside Preview is brought to you by the Stella Hotel and Ballroom, which is an 80-room full-service hotel and ballroom located in downtown Kenosha, Wisconsin. Be sure to call 262-842-2000. Now, we are just under 24 hours before the men's soccer program kicks off their 2024 season. And joining me here on the Parkside Preview is Ernesto Aguinaga Hernandez. Ernesto, first, I hope I got that right. And two, how you doing?
You did. Good. It's a pleasure to be here, Ethan. Always happy to be here.
Thank you, Ernesto, for coming on. Really appreciate it. So, Ernesto, it's your second year here with Parkside, second year under Coach Jason Zitsky. And this group is a lot different than last year's. Last year's team graduated, lost some players here and there to the transfer portal, and that was a team that won a GLIAC championship. Obviously, there's still a ton of confidence going into 2024 with this specific group. What is the biggest difference, though, between the two teams in your perspective?
I would say just through the couple brief weeks that we've had, I would say, again, when guys graduate, the soul of the team, the culture of the team, the personality of the team changes and evolves. One thing that I would say is we've built pretty consistent with the principles, the identity, the philosophy of who we are as a team and who we are as a group. I would say those things have remained pretty constant. Obviously, when you graduate such good players that have gone on to achieve things and do well, it's hard, right? Because it does leave big holes to fill, but I think we've got the right guys. I think the freshman class that we've brought in, I think the transfers that we've brought in, I think those are all guys that are the right people for those jobs, and I think they're going to do a fine job doing it.
Now, you said you think you found the right guys. Who are some of those players specifically who you feel will play a huge impact on this team going forward?
Absolutely. I mean, I think obviously without I think all of our returners are important players. They're guys that are here for a reason, and then we've wanted them to return, and they're doing a good job. But I would say, I think everybody's an important piece. I think if your job is to help pick up balls, do an amazing job at it. And I think our guys really understand that value. I think if your job is, to go out there and train really hard and be supportive, or if your job right now as an injured player is to go out there and motivate the guys and be a good sport and support them, I think we have those guys, and I think keeping a healthy locker room really has been one of our strengths over the years. And I think, again, when it comes to that, do we need to sign 20 studs every single year? I don't think so. I think we just need to have guys that want to fill into the position, really grow within the program, embody the culture, embody the philosophy of who we are here at Parkside, and I think we have those guys.
Ernesto, this team is practically thrown in the fire this year. You start with Quincy, obviously a team that you beat last year. But then on Sunday, you got Lewis University. Lewis only an hour away, but last year they appeared in the Final Four. They'll be coming to Kenosha this Sunday. What are some of your expectations for this first weekend of soccer?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's going to be an incredibly difficult weekend. I think we're playing two very good opponents, two very well-coached teams that have accomplished a lot, play in a very tough conference. I would say we always look forward to those GLVC matchups. I would say with Quincy, we had a favorable result last year, but they were a very strong team. They were able to find the back of the net on us a couple of times. It's right now everybody's 0-0. Everybody's got the same dreams, the same wishes, the same beliefs. I think that's an incredibly difficult opponent to go up against. You had mentioned Lewis. Lewis, obviously, they had a fantastic run at the end of the year, made it to the Final Four. Those are the games that we look forward to. That's the reason why we do what we do, is we want to play the absolute best. We want to go out there and compete with very difficult opponents, and hopefully at the end of it we could have a favorable result. But again, that's all up to us and the work that we're going to put in.
Ernesto, I appreciate your time. Thank you so much for coming by, and best of luck this weekend, man. Looking forward to it.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate you.